guys, welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to talk about my favorite shows on Netflix. I personally am always looking for good shows, so I thought I'd make this video in case you are also interested in good Netflix shows. Also, if you have any recommendations or if you know any good shows, please comment down below. I'd be really thankful. And yeah, let's get started. So, one of my favorite shows is Good Girls. It's about a group of moms who get involved into criminal activities with the gang. And as soon as they start working for the gang members kind of start pressuring them more and more into their business, and the moms at some point can't leave anymore, so they kind of have to do what the gang members say. At the same time, the FBI is also investigating against them because obviously technically they're criminals now, although they're moms, so they have to be afraid of the FBI because, you know, they could go to jail obviously if the FBI found out what they're doing. At the same time, they also have to be afraid of the gang members because they are also not really their friends, they're also just pressuring them. It is a comedy show and it is very funny. It is so funny, it has great characters. The moms, the gang members, the FBI agents are all so funny. So I really recommend that you watch this show because it always makes me laugh. My favorite type of Netflix shows are definitely comedy shows because I feel like it lifts my mood, and therefore I'd really recommend watching Good Girls because it's a great show. So the second show I definitely enjoyed watching is Unbelievable. It does contain rape and sexual abuse, so if you're sensitive to this, better don't watch this show, or if you feel like this could bring you down. But I thought that this show was really interesting and exciting, and another cool thing is that it's really based on a true story, which makes it even more interesting to me. And what it is about a young woman who claims that she got raped, but the police doesn't believe her. And everyone in her life is just really unsupportive. So at some point she ends up saying that she just made up everything. The whole show is basically about finding out if she really got raped and telling her story and reconnecting the dots, and it's really cool to watch. And it's really interesting, and I would really recommend it if it doesn't bring you down to see something which contains sexual abuse and rape. Another thing I really like about Unbelievable is that it has a very clear ending, because I personally hate it if the ending is kind of unclear and you don't understand what's going to happen next, and then you kind of have to hope for another season, which either doesn't end up coming anyways, or you have to wait a long time and you're kind of dissatisfied because you're just like, I just wasted a substantial amount of time watching this show, and now I don't even know, I don't even know what's gonna happen, I don't even have a clear outcome. So that's definitely cool about Unbelievable, that it has a very clear ending. It only has one season, but it's like a clear story, so it's kind of satisfying to watch because once you finish it, you kind of understand everything and you just feel good about it, instead of like wasting your time watching something where you're just dissatisfied because the ending is just so open that it doesn't say anything basically. Another show I really enjoyed watching was The Witcher. The Witcher is a science fiction show. It's about a witcher named Geralt, I think. And he basically fights evil creatures. But there's also a bigger story in which two kingdoms fight each other. It also has really interesting characters. It's really enjoyable to watch. There's only one season, and I think a new season is planned for December 2021. So I think The Witcher is a great show. I'm really looking forward to the next season. I love the characters, I love the actors, they have great actors. So The Witcher is also one of my favorite Netflix shows. This was actually the first Netflix shows I ever watched, and I really liked it. So I definitely recommend that you watch it. The next show I can only recommend is Tiny Pretty Things. It takes place at a ballet school, and at the beginning you see a ballet dancer who gets pushed off the rooftop, and the whole show is about finding out who pushed her, and it also reveals all the competitions and shows how hard it is for belly dancers to meet physical expectations and all that stuff. So I think it is a really interesting topic. You do get a nice insight into how competitive ballet is, and I definitely recommend it therefore. And the last show I can only recommend is Elite. It takes place at a Spanish school. It's about three Spanish teenagers who get a scholarship and are therefore enabled to go to a school where only really rich people go to. And at the beginning of each season, there's like 4 seasons, at the beginning of each season someone gets murdered, and the season is always about finding the murderer. And also you get a really nice insight into the life of Spanish teenagers, of, you know, their problems, scandals, affairs, and it's really nice to watch. I really liked it a lot, and I definitely recommend that you watch it. So yeah, these were my current favorite Netflix shows. Comment down below if you have any good Netflix shows. Subscribe to my channel if you want, and I'd really appreciate to see you next time. Bye.